So I received a message from another Humanist Report viewer named Cody Porter. Let's take a listen.
Hi Mike, this is Cody Porter, proud Humanist Report member. So Bernie Sanders announced this new bill to end tax loopholes for the rich, and specifically, he mentions that this is a type of tax loophole that Donald Trump has taken advantage of. So this entire time you have establishment Democrats freaking out about Trump, not paying his taxes for the past 18 years or whatever it is. And I think sort of ignoring the bigger picture problem that, these loopholes are even in place to begin with, and Donald Trump is just sort of a symptom of this bigger problem. And so while establishment Democrats get all up in arms about this, I'm really suspicious that they'll actually do anything about it. And so, I've sort of seen Bernie Sanders going in and, endorsing Hillary as, him playing really clever politics, because now he sort of, has this image as, really supporting the Democratic establishment. And, now it seems like he's able to sort of capitalize on that and say, okay, yes, establishment Democrats are, up in arms about Donald Trump not paying his taxes. Here's a plan to fix it. And so he's kind of putting pressure on them to put their money where their mouth is, I feel like. And I was just kind of wondering if you'd comment on that and what your thoughts were on this bill.
Thanks for the message, Cody, and thank you so much for being a member. That's awesome. So to kind of paraphrase, just to make sure I'm understanding you, so the Democratic Party right now is at least acting like they're outraged at the fact that billionaires like Donald Trump are dodging their taxes and are not paying their fair share. So Bernie Sanders, in announcing this bill that would allow them to kind of act on this outrage and actually prevent billionaires from doing what Trump is doing, he's kind of being very strategic. And if that is what you're saying, I actually agree with that. I think that Bernie Sanders is smart to kind of back Democrats into a corner and say, okay, so if you are actually outraged at the fact that Donald Trump and other billionaires are dodging their taxes and are not paying taxes and haven't been for decades, here's what we can do. Put your money where your mouth is and vote for this bill. And I think that's really brilliant because it will prove whether or not they're hypocrites. Are they really outraged at billionaires taking advantage of our tax system? Or are they just taking that position for purposes of political expediency because they know that criticizing Trump for this will help Hillary Clinton? I think we all know the answer to this, but by Bernie Sanders actually introducing this bill, I think it's brilliant because if they don't act on this bill, then we all know that they were just doing it to pay lip service to constituents, because when they pretend to be outraged about this, then that outrages the base. So it kind of has this domino effect. And now if the base sees that there is a bill that could prevent people like Donald Trump from exploiting our tax system, well then if they don't act on it, then we'll all know that they're just frauds and are hypocrites.